What's up, guys? We are on the Gizago, and I mean the Gizago. Yes, it's snowing here in beautiful Hamilton, Cincinnati, and I got bored in the house, so I decided to come out and do some door dashing. Yes, I know it's snowing. Sue me. Absolutely sue me. Um, how have y'all been, man? Like, y'all been good? Is everything okay with me? Probably. I got some new ventures in life that I'm trying to get through. I'm trying to get a special guest on here for y'all anyway, special to me. Uh, you know, stuff just happens. Anywho, let's get to this Bengals news. It's been a lot going on, and I mean a lot, right? Hold on, y'all. Can we change? I'm trying this thing on the go, y'all, and oh, sorry. Anyway, I'm trying this thing where I'm doing this thing on the go. Anytime I'm out and just driving around, if you know, this is a brand new episode. I'm trying everything. Anyway, give me a second, guys. I have to check my notes out. Give me a second while I check these notes because we got some talking points. Okay, the first order of business is the Ravens acquiring Jesse Minter, which is absolutely bonkers. So, from what I understand, he's supposed to be a downgrade over um, John Harbaugh, and realistically, he probably is. But I don't care. The reason I don't care is because that's good news for us. If he's a worse head coach than John Harbaugh, that means he's closer to being our coach than John Harbaugh. So there you have it. Um, the whole NFL is just going through a coaching scramble, man. And to me, it's kind of unprecedented. You don't see very many coaches getting fired in a fashion um, that they have this season. But I kind of get it with all of the pressure fans put on organizations to win or at least be a competent football team. For me, man, listen, football was bad this year. I couldn't watch a lot of games. Yes, it was because the Bengals were losing a lot of them, and it kind of threw me off. But just bad football all around, and specifically at the quarterback position. All right, so it was just bad off football. But back to coaching. The Ravens acquired Jesse Minter. Um, I mean, he's supposed to be a defensive head coach, so maybe that'll help their defense, which was bad this year, especially towards the beginning of the season. They were like one of the worst defenses through like the first 5 games in the NFL. So I thought that was crazy, seeing as how towards the end of last year they were at the top of the league. So that just goes to show you it's any given Sunday, and just teams changing sporadically season to season. All right, so that's one thing. Um, I don't even really want to talk about the Steelers thing with God, I can't remember this guy's name. I'm gonna just keep going because ain't nobody going through here. I just whole realistically did some law breaking stuff, but we're not gonna talk about it. Anyway, um, I can't even remember his name. He's such a non-factor now because he's retired. Uh, his name is so escaping me. Anyway, y'all know who I'm talking about. The head coach for the Steelers. I want to call him John Harbaugh so bad. Mike Tomlin. God, just get it out. Mike Tomlin is retired. I'm gonna leave Mike Tomlin where he is. He retired without a losing season, so he's going into the Hall of Fame immediately. I don't think he's planning on coming back to the NFL. I think Mike Tomlin has had his fill of the NFL, so that's over. The Stefanski thing, the whole AFC is crazy. The Stefanski thing is crazy, right? Where did he end up going? The John Harbaugh went to New York, or so it's being reported, and Stefanski to Atlanta. If I'm not right about that, somebody correct me. But yeah, I probably should have looked that up before. But I don't even give a damn about Stefanski. Uh, good for the good for them. How about that? Am I going the right way? Fuck no! Oh my god, it's insane. It's crazy stuff going on, right? Um, and the reason I stayed a little bit on the coach topic was because, well, of all the coaches in the AFC who deserve to either be fired or should be retired, the Bengals kept their head coach, Zach Taylor. Uh, I watch good podcasts. I watch a lot of stuff about the Bengals, which is why most of the information I know is only about the Bengals. But I watch a podcast called the Cincinnati Podcast. If you know it, good. If you don't, my boy Ace and Zim over there doing their thing. I want to congratulate them. I love that show. It's like my number. It's like my go-to show for all things Bengals. Right after that, you got the Pulse, and then you have like uh, Cincinnati Bengals Talk with James Green and the guys. But my number one go-to is obviously the Cincinnati Podcast. Um. Anyway, Zim said something like, I was on it about firing Zach Taylor, right? I just think he needs to go. And Zim's point to me was, or maybe to just people in general, I guess he wasn't really talking to me, but to people's point in general is, yeah, you can fire Zach Taylor, but then where would that leave your offense? You know what? To me personally, I don't give a damn where it lead the offense. Why? Because we have T. Higgins, Jamar Chase, Chase Brown, and Joe Burrow, most importantly. All right. The offensive line is semi fixed. You have studs all across the line, no matter which way you slice it. And had Joe Burrow been healthy this year, I believe the Bengals win a Super Bowl despite, well, let me not say maybe win a Super Bowl. I believe the Bengals make it to the playoffs handily despite their defense being so bad. Uh, so yeah, of all the coaches that should have been fired, Zach Taylor gets to keep his job. More than likely because he was given that sneaky extension during that playoff run. I think it was the last time we were in the play. Yeah, when he made it to the NFC Championship, AFC Championship, which is absolutely insane. So yes, I don't care. And I went on to even say that, hey, maybe you don't have to fire him and have him leave the organization. Maybe you go to making him the hell. I was even saying maybe give a damn pitcher a try. Make them swap. I know it's kind of unprecedented and it probably ain't never been done before, at least not to my knowledge. But swap Dan Pitcher, give him the head coaching job, and then make Zach Taylor the offensive coordinator. Dan Pitcher's going to call his own call. Zach Taylor's going to be up in the office away from the place. My real problem with Zach Taylor is my real problem with Zach Taylor is, yeah, shut the hell up. Give me a second, guys. Give me one moment. My real problem with Zach Taylor is he. It's not about him getting in guys' faces, but you like in a Minnesota game, right? You have to have a guy or a coach who is going to. It got so bad to a point where it's like, okay, Zach Taylor, this is on you. Why? Not only are you calling bad plays, but the guys are fumbling. They don't even care about you, or that you could lose your job because of their bad play. And that's where the coaching and being a player's coach can kind of turn on you because you get these. You're so, I wouldn't say too lean on them, but you're kind of too lean on them. I would have been in somebody's face like, who's gonna fumble next, huh? Because it's gonna cost you your job. Like that's where I was with it. Like if you fumble this ball again, I'm cutting your play time to the end of the season, and then I'm cutting you. Period. Like that's where I be fed. I was fed up to hear during that Minnesota game. Good lord. But yes, and then not just that, it's the situational play calling. I mean, we've all seen it running three times, like, playing, running on third down, running on first down, running on third down, even though you have Joe Burrow under center on the backfield period. You have T Higgins, Jamar Chase. Like, what are we actually doing? I don't want to think because it stresses me out. I don't really like thinking about it, so I'm gonna try to move on quick with that one. Uh, yeah, man. Just crazy amounts of work, bro. I'm talking about just crazy amounts of work, bro. Like, I don't understand this guy at all. Like, it is by far the most annoying shit I've ever seen, and I'm not just the only one who's seeing it, which is not surprising to me, but it kind of is. Just I'm no football expert. I'm just a guy who likes to watch the game. I'm no savant. I'm probably a savant about the Bengals, but I mean that's few farther between. But yeah. All right, guys. We are on the board. Okay. And we're back. So yes, the coach who should have got fired, I don't even know where I was. But to make a long story even shorter as it should have been, the coach who should have got fired got to keep his job through the 2027 season. Thank you, Mike Brown. Thank you, Katie Blackburn. We love you. Anywho, we're on the go. Bengals on the effing go. Let's see. Next topic. Um, did y'all see? Now I didn't watch the whole thing because I'm not into watching a bunch of different type of podcasts. I'm a guy who likes what he likes, and I'll stand behind that, and I don't often like jump around about stuff. So I didn't watch the whole podcast. That being, did y'all hear what Pac-Man Jones had to say about Andy Dalton during his tenure with the Bengals? Now I don't know if he liked it Andy as a person or not, but I know for damn sure he ain't like him as a football player. Cause I mean, oh my God. And this is, I don't know, maybe, I mean, maybe because he's retired, he can say these things. I wish I could clip up the audio for y'all, man, but he was just letting Andy have it. He was just like, like, what are you doing, man? Stop turning the effing ball over. Listen, the Bengals made two mistakes with Andy Dalton. Drafted him because they could have drafted Colin Kaepernick, right? And what was that, 2010, 2011? I can't remember. It's one of them. And then obviously giving him an extension. Those were the two mistakes with Andy Dalton. Andy Dalton was okay, and that was all. And he wouldn't even have been okay had the offensive line not been what it been. I mean, we're talking Kevin Zeitler, uh, God, who, Andrew Whitworth, big, huge, entire humans. I've been on the same field as Andrew Whitworth and those guys. Andrew Whitworth is a effing Goliath. Do you understand what I'm saying? I seen James Harrison in the airport and almost shit my pants. Sorry, there's a lot of profanity in today's episode, but I'm a little excited. But yeah, I seen James Harrison in the airport and almost shut my. When he was walking, the fucking terminal was shaking around me. I'm like, what is going on? The terminal's never shook, and it's been 100 people on this same. Like, what's going on? But yeah, so man, listen, it was some big guys, and obviously Big Wit was talented too. So yes, Andy Dalton wouldn't have been half of what he was had not that team been dressed around him. Right. So, I mean, I dare not say that Pac-Man was wrong for what he said. I think he was accurate. I still believe he probably should have kept that to himself. But again, he's probably doing it for the podcast. And I don't blame him for that either. But yeah, no, that was crazy. That was crazy. I want to know, you know, what else was going on behind those locker rooms, especially. Oh, he was saying. Oh, the craziest thing about it was he was saying they should have kept AJ McCarron. They wanted to keep AJ McCarron behind under center. Honestly, to be honest with you, so did a lot of Bengals fans. Andy Dalton wasn't the worst quarterback, right? He just could never get us over the. He was just good enough to never get you over the hump, and it was maddening. And like he said, he crumbled in the big games. He crumbled in the big games. Don't know how you do it. I just don't know. I don't know. But I blame. What is that old saying? Players normally take on the not the demeanor, the what is the word I'm searching for? The it's the word I'm looking for. Players normally take on the attitude of their coach. Let's just say that. And I'm not saying Marvin Lewis was soft or anything. I just think he was super passive. And so was Andy Dalton, which is probably why they drafted him, if you ask me personally. Excuse me. Yeah, so that was crazy. That was crazy. And I don't know. What do you guys think about it, man? Let me know down in the comment section. Man, if you still here watching this video at this point, I appreciate you. Go ahead and give me a like, comment down below, share this with your friends, anywhere you can. Anything is appreciated, I promise. I do this for the love of the Bengals and nothing else. Are they actually building a effing gas station right here? They are. It's insane. It's insane. Um, next point of order. The next point of order is um, one, the Bengals re-signed Chandler Hudson. Good signing. I'm not going to dwell too much on that. Uh, he's a piece. My thing is when because this season Eric All is supposed to come back, right? Ooh, shit! They go to police. Hold on, y'all. I don't like the police. Oh, this must be going to somebody. This must be going to somebody. Where they going? What they talking about? Hold on, y'all. We gotta get 12. I don't like the police. No. All these ice attacks. Mm-hmm. Hey, real quick, I want to have a moment of silence. I think his name is Eric Pretty, who was gunned down by ICE in Minneapolis. Quick moment of silence for him. Amen. Amen. It's getting crazy out here, guys. Y'all be safe. Hold your loved ones. Tell them you love them whenever you can. You just don't know when you're gonna leave this earth and never be seen again. It is completely insane, especially with the we have with the a-hole we have in the office, right? Again, Eric All's coming back. I wonder how that's gonna. Are they gonna keep Noah Fant? Um, and things like that because now you have a good tight end room right now. Noah Fant, Eric All, Tanner Hudson, Mike Gesicki. Those four guys. Did they let go of what is his name? McLaughlin, I think. Did they let him go? I mean, you have the Bengals have probably one of the better tight end rooms right now as a whole. The tight end room as a whole in the NFL. So I wouldn't sleep on that, and that's something to definitely look out for this season, this upcoming season. Um, with that being said, since we're talking re-signings, um, Dalton Reisner should. I mean, this is a no-brainer, right? He should already have a contract extension extended to him. I don't know what's taking so long, but this is the type of thing that Bengals do, and this is why I'm like at times I call them just an unserious organization because I think I missed my turn back there, guys. Uh, because you have to get out and get ahead, and I understand some of this stuff just takes time and whoop de whoop, but there are certain things that can be done and can be done right away. This is just one of those things that's a no-brainer. Um, and it just to me should already be done. This is one of those talking points where you just don't want to spend a ton of time on it because you believe it should be already done. Should they re-sign Dalton Reisner? Yeah, like I said, it should already be done. Um, the objective is to keep Joe upright. I got mad this season because I asked a lot of people on X or Twitter, whatever you call it these days. I asked a lot of people if it was okay that the Bengals, who hadn't done anything like this, it was well, it's not completely unprecedented throughout the NFL, but to my knowledge, the Bengals had never done anything like this. Um, oh dear Lord, ooh, did y'all see that? Um, 10 feet on your right. Hold on, guys. What are you doing, buddy? Um, I asked if it was okay that like I said, it wasn't completely unprecedented. Teams draft and develop talent all the time. The Eagles are a great example of that. Yes, I know the Eagles didn't make it all the way through the playoffs, but they got to the playoffs to give themselves the best chance, right? And their young talent, you can see, is being developed extremely well. But the Bengals weren't that type of organization. They had always went after, free agents and let those guys sit, especially during the Marcus Lewis tenure. To a detriment, if you ask me. I was during the Marvin Lewis tenure begging that he put some young guys on the field, and they just would not do it. It was that was one of the most annoying things about Marvin Lewis that pissed me off. But now they're getting into this thing with Zach Taylor where they want to draft young on the defense, right? So they can pay their high octane offense, which I understand. But that means you have to draft Bengals, you have to draft well Bengals, and then you have to develop Bengals well Bengals, right? This year that did not happen. So before the season started, I posed a question on the internet, on Twitter or X or whatever you call it these days. Are we really putting another year, because everyone's on the clock, especially in the NFL? Are we really putting another year of Joe Burrow, T. Higgins, Jamar Chase being on the same team at this price point and putting that in the hands of a young defense? And everybody told me, well, you kind of don't have a choice. Well, it's already being done. Well, yeah, I mean, they got Al Golden. They should be developing in these guys and da-da-da-da, and this, that, and the third. And here we are. Oh, and Lord, you look at that. I was right. Give me a second, guys. More y'all time. Hold on, guys. Today. I don't know why that does that. Ah. I don't know, guys. Hold on. Sorry. Won't be too much longer. We're on the go. Go ahead and get this video a like. Subscribe if you will. I want to appreciate y'all. I want to appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all for tuning in and all the good things and good stuff of that nature. I'm going to just turn around. I am not that far from my destination. Actually, I probably should have kept that going that way. I don't know where that way leads, though. But yeah, man. Um, I didn't have too much more to say. I just wanted to get that off my chest. The playoffs has been wild. Excuse me. Oh, that's annoying. The playoffs has been wild, but they've gone as I expected. I can't wait till Sunday. I cannot wait till Sunday so we can finish and figure out who's going to the Super Bowl. Yeah, this is. Let me get away from here if I try to get my ass again. Yeah, I can't wait till Sunday so we can figure out who's going to the Super Bowl. I might throw a Super Bowl party and I might go live the entire time. We'll see. But that'll probably be a channel exclusive. So go ahead and make sure you guys subscribe. We'll be screaming and yelling and doing things that people do on there. Yes. Oh, before we go, I wanted to finish my quick point real quick. Sign Dalton Reisner. Maurice Mims already said he wanted him back on the team. It's a no-brainer. I don't know what's taking so long. He said he wanted to be here, and I say let him. With that, I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys go. This has been Mr. Earn Your Stripe on the go, the Earn Your Stripe podcast on the go, and Mr. Earn Your Stripe is out. I'm like, go.